After the penalty, it's Crowell. And a solid run down inside the 30. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage. I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now it's Griffin finding Gabriel complete, and he'll take it into the end. Touchdown. Taylor Gabriel from 21 yards away. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Bell. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I go all the way back to college with Le'Veon Bell. One of the better body transformations I've seen from a big, thick power to the guy we see now who can do everything.
And 2 years ago, of course, last year the injury, but 2 years ago, 1,300 yards. I think they think he can top that this year.
I don't think there's any question about it.
Second down following the run.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line, base up front, really well done.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And he's got the AFC leader in receiving yards last year, Antonio Brown. And into the end zone. Touchdown. Antonio Brown, 44 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It took them a while to get the speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, here's Justin Gilbert. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line. Players spotlight time now. Robert Griffin III. He's had one of those games that any quarterback.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
In this game is speed kills in many different ways. In this case, you got a back and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game. I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. And he'll get this into enemy territory. But not by much as he's down to the 48. Jarvis Jones that time in on the stop.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to have all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but
every time there defensively, that was the same case on that play. 20! And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Terrell Pryor, 48 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
It's Marcus Wheaton now to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21. And field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now it's Roethlisberger. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's going to be third to go here, 3rd and 14.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have. And a pass.
This is caught. A circular one-handed grab there. It's 9 yards. And that's 4th down.
Antonio Brown, AB, with just one hand to complete that catch. Is there anything he can't do?
He is year after year, hasn't he?
He has never forgotten that he wasn't considered an elite receiver coming out of college. I think every snap he takes it upon himself to prove that he should have been.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown, and Antonio has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination or work ethic. Big Ben welcomes that.
And Big Ben won a Super Bowl at 23, youngest ever to do so, has never looked back. So the incompletion there, but looking at the across the board in the NFL, Charles, week 2 of the preseason, they experimented with a second back judge, 8 officials. What did you think?
Yeah, I like what you pointed out there. Game 2, all games, the experiment happened. The extra official, the 8th guy. He will affect the passing game, but he'll also affect the running game because he'll watch inside to see for illegal blocks and holds. Just think about it this way, though. Trying it out here in the preseason, look for it to become a permanent deal in the NFL starting in 2017. Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd. They got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Send me to Orlando, please.
Don't be so soft. It's a loss of a yard there and now 2nd down.
That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play.
Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. they will line up now for the two-point try. Roethlisberger looking to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed two-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL. Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they're going to speed things up here. Now it's